Terrell. I want to say happy holidays, everyone. Hope everyone had a good Christmas, New Year's, and all that. As you know, this is the first video of the year for me. Make sure, guys, you subscribe, leave some likes, some comments on this video and all the rest of my videos for the rest of the year. I really appreciate y'all's support so far on my journey. Also, go check out my Instagram and Facebook. I actually posted a video on this, the trending topic of World War III and, what I think about it and the reality of what's actually kind of going on. So make sure y'all check that out. But guys, let's go ahead and get into this Q&A. So these questions I got on here are like questions that I've been getting a lot since I've been doing YouTube, or just kind of like frequently asked questions about, the Marine Corps in general. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first question is, what are the qualifications to join the Marine Corps? There's really not that many, but I'll go ahead and tell you what they are. So you have to at least be a U.S. citizen. You need to meet all the physical, moral, and mental standards that the Marine Corps wants out of you. You need to be between the ages of 17 and 29. If you're older than 29, they can actually give you a waiver. So let's say you're like an outstanding person, you're in good shape at like the age of like 30, they can give you a waiver and allow you to be in. You need to have a high school diploma. You need to pass the ASVAB with a minimum score of 31, and you need to pass the MEP screener, which is just basically a medical exam, just making sure that nothing's wrong with you and that you'll be able to perform doing whatever job you might be trying to do in the Marine Corps. Next question is, what are some benefits of joining the Marine Corps? As you know, there are many benefits of not just joining the Marine Corps, but joining the military in general. But I got what I thought are like pretty much the main ones everyone's concerned with on here. So I got steady income. So you'll be getting paid the 1st and 15th. You get paid vacation. So whenever you take leave, whenever you want to go home, whatever, you actually get paid whenever you're on vacation. The advancement. So promotions are basically, they're all put on you. So your performance, how you carry out, how you present yourself, your conduct, your promotions are basically all on you. So if you're an outstanding Marine, you're gonna get put on meritorious boards. People are gonna recognize that. So don't get scared that you won't ever pick up rank, because it's basically all on you. So if you don't ever pick up, then maybe you need to change what you're doing in your day-to-day life. But also you got healthcare. So as you know, you get free healthcare, active duty, free free of charge, dental, eye, all that, ears, all that. Life insurance, you get $400,000 allotted to whoever you decide is that holder for that. For if God forbid something happens to you, your family gets $400K. So that's your life insurance policy on that. Allowances, you get a housing allowance if you're married and you're staying out in town, or if you got a house, you get a housing allowance. Also, you get a food allowance, so the chow hall and stuff like that, and you get a clothing allowance. So around like your year mark or your 2-year, 3-year mark, every year you get a clothing allowance to allow you to put rank on your uniforms, on your dress uniforms, stuff like that, for you to buy more candies and stuff like that. Most people don't realize this. You get tax advantages. So the only thing taxed out of your paycheck is your basic monthly pay. So that's the only thing that's subject to get taxed federally and state income wise. Then you got your GI Bill. So when you get out, you can use that to go to college. While you're in, you have tuition assistance. So those are really big things right there. And you got other stuff around base, other things. You got the MCX, commissary, and all the other facilities on base that you wouldn't get just as a regular civilian. So it's a plus on that. Next question, which is a really big question a lot of people ask me about, is boot camp. What is boot camp like? What is to be expected? How long? Other stuff. So I got like some things on here that kind of like hopefully kind of ease the mind on that. So boot camp's 13 weeks. If you're East Coast, you're going to Paris Island. If you're West Coast, you'll be going to San Diego. And boot camp in general, you can check out my video. I'll leave a tag somewhere up there on what my tips to how to survive boot camp, stuff like that. But boot camp is honestly not bad. Of course, you're going there to become a United States Marine. So all they're going to do is just mold you into a better person. So if you're looking to go in the Marine Corps to become a better individual, a stepping stone for your future, that's definitely what you're going to get out of boot camp. You're going to be doing training. I'm telling you, it's not going to be that bad. You're going to look back on it and be like, dang, that was a lot of fun. I wish I could go back. So I wouldn't be worried about boot camp. Next question is, what should I do to get ready for boot camp? That's another big question everyone asks for. And what I usually tell people is, ask your recruiter for knowledge, like for the rank structure, general orders, anything that you can do to prepare yourself to, get that step ahead of everyone going in and make it easier on yourself, because if you already know some of the stuff going in, then hey, you already got that knocked out. And another big thing is run. Get that cardio up, start to work out a little bit more. You want to go to boot camp, in decent shape. You don't want to go there, just coming straight off the couch and just join it, because it's going to make life a lot harder on you. So I would recommend just running, getting your cardio up and stuff like that, because you're going to be doing a lot of running in boot camp. Next question is, what is there to do other than the infantry? So a lot of people ask me a lot, what are the jobs like? What other jobs other than infantry are there? So I actually learned this myself. I didn't even know the Marine Corps had this many jobs. So there's 35 career fields, and there's actually over 300 different jobs you can do in the Marine Corps. 300 jobs, that's a lot. It's basically anything you can think of. Some of the things I got on here, you got aircraft defense, aircraft mechanic, computer operator, technician, broadcasting, electronics, communications, intelligence, combat engineer, supply, admin. You got countless of jobs, firefighter. You got anything you pretty much think of, the Marine Corps has. And so don't just limit your view, or don't get tunnel vision only, I have to do the infantry. If there's anything you want to do in life, lawyer, whatever you want to do, the Marine Corps has for you, the military has for you. Next question is, what is the reserves like? So my viewpoint on the reserves, I basically kind of see it as like a part-time job. So you only meet up once every month, and the advantages, I guess, of being in reserves, you get to still be at home with the family, all that stuff. You get to go to school and all that. That's what you're doing in the reserves. But as a reservist, you only have to go to boot camp for 12 weeks. I forgot which week is cut out. It might be the very beginning week or end week, or I think it might be team week. I'm not 100% on that, but I do know you're only there for 12 weeks. And the qualifications to join is actually the exact same for if you were to be going active duty, so don't be worried about that. Next question is, what is the training like? Everyone wants to know, what's the training like in the Marine Corps? Is it hard? Is it just horrible? It's actually all dependent on your MOS. So in the infantry, you're going to be training a lot. You're going to be traveling. You're going to be in the field, sleeping outside, cold, a little miserable sometimes, getting rained on, stuff like that, shooting, blowing up stuff. So the infantry, the training, I'm not going to lie, it gets tough at times. But other MOSs like admin or computer jobs, they're not going to be as strenuous as that. They're going to be, what's the word? They're going to be, it's going to be more detailed training. It's going to be a little bit more tedious. So that's kind of what training is like. But training is not that bad. You'll get in the groove of things. You'll get used to it. So I wouldn't be worried about that. ASVAB. The next question is the ASVAB. What is the ASVAB like? All the things that entail with the ASVAB. Actually, I'm going to be doing a video this year soon of my study tips and what I did to prepare for the ASVAB and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. But I'll basically give you an overview of what the ASVAB is, what to expect out of it. So they're basically going to be testing you on arithmetic, reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, and mathematics, and a little bit of science in there as well. You need to, like I said before, you need to get at least a minimum score of 31 to be able to join the Marine Corps. And yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to be putting out a video of my study tips and all that, so I'll try to get that to you as fast as possible. Next question is, what are the standards and regulations like in the Marine Corps? So you got hair, you got the grooming standards and PT standards, right? And you got other policies and regulations like tattoos and stuff like that. So for your hair, basically the only thing with your hair is you need to get it cut pretty much every week, but per the order, you don't have to get it cut until every 2 weeks, but just to look more professional, you want to get it cut every week. You just got to make sure it doesn't exceed the length of 3 inches, and you can measure that with your ID card. That's what we usually do. So we'll get a piece of hair extended. As long as it doesn't extend more than 3 inches, you'll be fine on that. And no exotic haircuts, so no mohawks and stuff like that. Mustache, it just can't exceed the corners of your mouth, and it can't. It doesn't need to be touching your lip, overpassing your lip, or all up in the nose, kind of like the Hitler stash. You can't rock that. So that's the only thing on that. And tattoos. Tattoos is a big thing. I'm not gonna lie, Marine Corps policy on tattoos is really strict. So I wouldn't be, at home doing a lot of tattoos before you come in, because it can hurt your chances of coming in. Me, I got a lot of out-of-reg tattoos, but I was kind of grandfathered in, kind of, sort of. But yeah, so basically you need to be getting tattoos at least 2 inches above and below the elbow. You can't get anything on the elbow. If it's shown out of PT gear, so that's the green on green, you need to be able to cover it with a hand. If you have multiple tattoos, they got to be at least 2 inches apart. You can't get anything on your kneecaps, nothing on your shins, What else? Nothing, if it's on your foot, you have to be able to cover it. Nothing like on your toes, on your hands, on your fingers. Nothing on your face, neck. If it's on your back, it needs to be below I think your 7th vertebrae. So I'm not gonna lie, tattoo policy is really strict, so be really careful on getting tattoos. The physical standards. So here I got basically what you need to be scoring, kind of like on your PFT, just in your career or whatever. But most of this is for the ages between 17 and 25, which would be most of y'all. So the minimum score for pull-ups would be, for male, is 4 to 5. Max score would be 20 to 23 pull-ups. For females, minimum would be 1 to 3, and max would be 7 to 11. So as long as you're in that minimum range of doing, for male, 4 to 5, and female, 1 to 3 pull-ups, you should be good. For crunches, everyone across the board, everyone minimum needs to be doing 70, and for the max score, maybe doing 105 to 110. So if you're in that range, you're good. Run time, male, a perfect score is an 18 flat. The minimum you need to be running is a 27:40 for males, and then for females, the max score you can get 100 points is 21 flat, and the minimum you need to be running is a 30:50. So that's on that. So as long as you're in those kind of minimum ranges, even though we don't want to be getting the bare minimum, as long as you're within those ranges, then you should be good. And you can always improve, work out and get better. So on that. And the last and final question is there a lot of swimming after boot camp? So honestly, guys, no. There's barely any swimming at all involved in the Marine Corps, unless you're Special Forces. I've only done swimming once outside of boot camp, and that was for the Helo Dunker, and that's because I was preparing to go on a MEU, and you have to do that in order to go on a MEU. So the swimming aspect is not really a big thing in the Marine Corps, unless you gotta, like I said, requal or do the Helo Dunker. So I would not be worried about swimming. The only time you do swimming is in boot camp, and it's not even that hard. The instructors are going to get you to swim. They're gonna help you out as much as possible. So I would not worry about that at all. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all's support so far on my journey in YouTube. Guys, make sure you subscribe, give the video a like, give me some comments, continue to give me video suggestions, continue to support me, guys. I really appreciate it. I take every comment to heart. I try to get back to every comment, everybody. I love the interaction between people. And as always, guys, catch y'all guys later.